thanks for doing this on such short notice, right?
Yeah, sure.
You know,
I could do this all day.
Mark, I didn't take any notes last night, right? I had a different kind of pen in my hand. So I'm gonna just let you run with it. And I saw you blogging. What did you blog last night?
Well, some people were saying online. I was reading that they were having some issues with the stream. So I said, I'm in the dance. I will do some updates. I'm not going to violate the stream by going live. I don't do that because there's a pay-per-view stream. So out of respect, I don't go live. I will just type and people can read or whatever. I want the support of the stream first and foremost. Getting to the dance, I thought that Soul Supreme was on the ropes, was on the proverbial ropes, and Camouflage, if they would have had a better fourth round, could have pulled off the upset.
The Miss Sally Pudding was in trouble for most of the night. You realize that?
Yeah, they sure were. They sure were. I'm telling you, Camouflage at one point, I believe in the third round, had the dance in a frenzy with the juggling.
Got a forward. He was dumb.
They were up tempo. They had the energy. I was like, Soul Supreme is in a lot of trouble. And then when Soul Supreme followed in that round, the third round, they were getting boos. They were slapping the Super Cats, and the cats were getting booed.
They got 6 in a row. That's 3 plus 3 more. I don't know what rhythm.
It wasn't regular.
I don't know what rhythm, but it sounds like something they may have, built. They put some song, some rhythm. I don't know what it is. We'll find out later. But they let that beat. It would just beat and they let it go. And they got forwards and they got a dark forward. But I realized I was jumping up on 2 feet, like the whole that forward just like. God.
Which tune? And I was happy that this artist was played when they made the Don Juan speech and they started playing Don Juan artists at Major Macro. If you used to go to Don Juan's studio, he was a staple at that place. And they played the Macro, and that got a huge forward. Getting back to the third round, that was the biggest round of the night for Camouflage. They, like I said, they had Soul Supreme on the ropes. Soul Supreme, when that third round, they were getting booed every single tune, and some of the songs were good songs, and people just was like, boo.
every time he said level, he got a boo.
Yeah, and then
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I thought that I was like, if Camouflage, when they forward back into the fourth round, if they were able to sustain the energy, right, that energy that they built, they would have won the dance. They would have locked up Soul Supreme, which would have been unheard of. Would have been one for the ages.
It's not unheard of. It is not unheard of.
Alex Soul Supreme usually it's the other way around.
Magashi almost locked them off. So
what's that?
Unheard of.
I'm sorry, who almost locked them off?
Magashi.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that, right? It's not on, but usually that doesn't happen. Soul Supreme, somehow they'll just rally back and pull the dance out. And this is what happened after that fourth round. After the fourth round, actually, that's when Soul Supreme lost people.
Listen, let me tell you something. I got to the dance just as Camouflage was playing in the second round. Their first half of the second round. That's when I got to the clash. I missed the first round, the first non-judging round. I missed that round, right?
Oh, the intro round? Yeah, you really didn't miss much. What happened in the intro round, Soul Supreme started digging in they started to draw into some foundation tunes. And I thought if the intro round was judged, obviously it wasn't. Soul Supreme would have won that round. But the intro round, they were heavy in the foundation in the beginning.
I got in there and I heard Camouflage was playing. So they played first, right? So I'm hearing they play.
Yeah.
The second round, the top of the second round, this second round they were playing. And the amount of boos that Mr. Vibes was getting, and he said this is his last dance. I'm like, yeah, because your career is over. From Soul Supreme first tune of this second round, I thought it was going to be a 3-0 Soul Supreme for the amount of boos Camouflage got from what they played.
And ironically, Camouflage was declared the second round winner.
Ooh, yeah, they deserved it because to me, like early on, I realized it's like these
It
two
was
sounds were
close.
like playing. It was like a race to the bottom of maybe the MCs of who's gonna. It was like a race to the bottom because every time you talk about Camouflage played good, then
Yeah,
Jake came in and got 6 boos in a row,
yeah, it
and
was
then
sticky.
Camouflage came back and played worse and got 9 boos in a row.
Yeah, the whole round, it was just like the fourth round was just bad, really bad. That's where the air went out of the balloon for Camouflage. And then in tune for tune, I mean, let's face it, it's tough going around Soul Supreme box in the tune for tune. I mean, it can be done, I believe.
Let me tell you,
No sound
this,
is invincible. But
anything,
once they build the momentum, once Soul Supreme was able to build a momentum, it was tough to go around.
Yo, even
Um,
in the fourth
yeah.
round, Jakes. I still think Jakes went some places pretty early in the fourth round because all he needed is to do play like get one foul in the fourth round, and he would have won, and just
Oh
easily leveled
yeah,
it out. But I think he went too far. He went and he could have saved some of those tunes that he played in the fourth round in the tune for tune, and it could have really been a really ugly night. But I like in the tune for tune Soul Supreme, man. I was like,
how'd you like? Yeah, how'd you like the Sizzler when Mr. Vibes made a speech about the 5,000, the 5 grand, and he was like, "I'm gonna
gotta be
take the
forward,
5 grand
gotta be
and,
forward,
and
gotta
two,
be
two of
forward.
them, build some rooms in my house for the picnic them." I thought that was a very creative.
It
The
was small,
Sizzler,
so
I thought it
it's
was
a
good.
simple speech, very simple,
Yeah,
basic speech, but the message. The thing that got him the big forward was the fact that it was a custom tune. Oh, was it Dennis Brown?
what's
I was
Dennis
always be your, was
Brown?
it Dennis Brown. I
So
was always be your
Supreme will
sound.
always be my
My
sound. I can.
sound, my
Yeah, that's
sound
going
for
to
life.
Crown Prince.
It was Dennis. I started walking out the door and I stopped. So I'm like up against the wall like this, and I was started to walk to the door, the exit, right? And I
Uh
stopped
huh.
when after when he played the Dennis Brown. Then the next song he played was like on the Garnet Silk, evacuate the premises,
Oh yeah,
and
that
on
was
that
the
side,
victory song. Evacuate
wait
the
the
premises.
premises,
Yeah,
sound boy.
yeah.
Oh boy, if I was if you got Rito's number, call Rito because I don't know whose heart was palpitating more, mine or Rito.
Well, you know something, Soul Supreme, they're an experienced sound. It's gonna take a lot to really beat that sound. You,
Well,
you
I
know.
don't. It may not. If Drake keeps playing the way and talking the way he's been talking, maybe not. Because I'm hearing things, right? I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm hearing things, right? And this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he's gonna go clash Whitney Stonewall in Antigua, right?
Okay.
You ever been to Antigua?
I have not. I have not been to the Caribbean. I've been to Europe. I need to travel to the Caribbean. Caribbean. Excuse me.
Listen,
I would love to
that's
go
a
to
shame.
Antigua.
I take you to
I need
Antigua.
to work on my tan.
You could go meet some of your. Forget the time. You could go meet some of your Guyanese relatives. I'm sure you feel right at home. And
Oh yeah.
you could watch. If he goes down, go to Antigua and play like that, you could watch him. They leave him down in Plantation, in the
Oh,
old
wow.
merry-go-round down there. No, he can't go Antigua and play like that.
I've seen a video of clashes from Antigua. They got a lot of people, and then like a dude had like a train horn. A tr-
They bring the train horn and we take him to Plantation. Him and Whitney. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'm
Yeah.
hearing this. So save
Okay.
up your money. I'm hearing in the gully part of this year. So later down after summer. So save your money.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I would love to fly to
Save your
Antigua.
money. Save your money. Cause he go and I'm gonna say everybody in Soul Supreme is my sound. Soul Supreme
Soul
has been
Supreme.
my New York sound. Over the last 6 months, 8, 9, 10 months, I've really like latched on to LP, and LP is really like LP.
Oh, yeah.
I'm beginning to come like a serious LP head. And speaking of Antigua and LP is supposed to go to Antigua as well to do a thing
Wow.
in Antigua. So look out for that. And LP go to Antigua. I'm hearing things. Antigua, the battleground is fighting back, which Jakes did last night, and he sealed the victory, my friend. Victory.
So,
Yeah.
looking down in the future, looking forward to the future, I'm intrigued by this Addies versus Stereo 5. I believe the winner of Stereo 5 Addies should face Soul Supreme.
This is it.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I have it. I have
collected
it.
it. I collected it, so I'm holding it up because I'll be in Arizona. I will be in Arizona.
Oh yeah, definitely got to be there.
Oh man, but Mark, let me say something. Mark, I laughed all night last night. I laughed all night last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a good vibe, my crew, and I had a good time. I made sure I had a great time last night. I had a great time last night.
Had a fantastic time. Yeah, I mean, you saw a lot of familiar faces near and far. Big up Kenny Lightfoot from L.A., California, West Coast. He flew in for the dance. Big Life. These are people that you see over the years.
The legends were, it's funny you mentioned going back to Adiz and Adiz Terrified.
Yeah,
I thought Jakes would have ran 3-0 on Camouflage like Kingpin did against Animosity in Atlanta. I saw
yeah,
that. I saw that.
yeah,
Yo, the machine was beaten, and he could have done it real quick and fast.
yeah.
I could have been in Fort Lee I should have been in Fort Lee by 1 a.m.
Oh, okay.
I thought Jakes would have clocked him quick, though, but the drama,
No,
man, I
no.
was like, yo,
Tell me.
for a couple times it didn't look good. For a couple times it didn't look good at all. A couple times it just
Yeah.
didn't look good. Even close down into the third, the fourth, it didn't look good for Jakes. It looks
No,
sticky.
it did not.
It looks sticky. He didn't have his best night. I thought they should have maybe let go Izzo more because Mr. Vibe let go his selector a little bit and he got rewarded
Oh,
for it
KP,
handsomely.
yeah.
He got rewarded
KP.
handsomely. You know. Izzo, I wanted to hear more Izzo, man. More Izzo, less Jake.
I'll say this: the selector that on Soul Supreme that I used to rate was he's not on the sound anymore. Was Liquid Shaba.
I think Shabba would have boxed Jakes if Shabba was on that stage last night, the way he was talking. So I think Shabba would have clapped him. I think if Shabba was on that controller last night, Shabba might have boxed him.
Yeah. Well, I was happy to see the attendance. It was a pretty well supported dance.
I did. Like you said, people who fly in, I like my John Crow corner. I love my John Crow corner. My John Crow corner is nice. My John Crow corner is nice. I'm not saying who fly in, but maybe
Yeah.
I had Polly. Polly was in my John Crow corner.
Oh yeah, yeah. Big up King Klepto. Yeah, man.
Klepto. Oh, forget Klepto. Warner Day was in my corner. Not forget Klepto. We love Klepto, New Legend. That's my boy. And Warner Day. Warner Day, I had the big boss. I met the owner. What his name from Warner Day. Ajax. He introduced me. Big up Ajax. The corner was hot. My boy AT WADADLI Soundfest people. Antigua. We had to represent Antigua because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, I always read on Soundclash Fraternity and these other forums. Oh, Soundclash is dead. Well, here's the thing. I really hope that we can get new fans. I mean, a lot of the faces that were there last night were people that we know already all these years. I don't know when we're ever going to get new people to forward to these dances.
Antigua, I saw you select a box sound in Antigua. One of them clapped another sound. Saturday? Was it Saturday night? Oh, it was nice. You gotta come see the little sounds in Antigua. I'm talking about the young sounds. They're like up and coming.
Right.
Oh, they ready.
Okay.
So that's what I like. Our focus is on those energy with those young sounds. They had a sound 50 caliber. They played the song Brave Star, based in Toronto, based in Canada, and that was hype. People, I talked to what's his name, Sean Henderson,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and Sean told me he saw the clash. He said it was one of the hypest clash of the year so far. Well, except for
Okay.
last night. 'Cause last night, man, last night they did I just like ooh.
Mr. Vibes did something last night that I remember. That I remember it brought me memories of Saxon versus Stonewall when Mr. Vibes threw the laptop. I remember when Saxon played Stonewall. Stonewall played a Garnet. Yeah, when he threw the laptop into the crowd, Saxon, when they were clashing Stonewall played a Garnet. And Saxon forward back in and played another Garnet. Said that the Garnet that they have so much of Garnet that they took the dub play and threw it into the crowd. So that sort of reminded me. I'm a visual type of person, so I sort of remember that incident. So it brought back some memories.
Where did that happen?
I don't. Was it Antigua? When this was like early '90s. Saxon and Stonewall.
Was it on? So you heard this on audio, obviously.
I heard this on audio, and it's like a legend that's been talked about.
Well, speaking of legend, talk about. Now you're gonna have me bug Whitney's people and ask for that audio, because I love to hear that.
There is a YouTube video as well. I think yeah, yes. I don't know if the part where Trevor Sachs throws the dub plate into the crowd is in the video, but
I just go look for it. I just go look for it myself. That's Saxon versus Stonewall. I just go look for it. It's raining outside. I could do that today. But man,
Yeah,
I
it's
had a good time. I had a good time. I had a good time. I had a good time.
I had a very good time. I had a good time. I was there from early because, dude, I remember 20 something years ago, Stonewall versus, I mean, not sorry, Stonewall, Soul Supreme versus Bass Odyssey at Biltmore. And I was driving around, I was a new driver, and I was driving around looking for parking. And I was like, you know what? Soul Supreme and Bass Odyssey, they're going to clash again. And I was like, I'm going home. And I went the hell home, and they didn't clash for another 22 years.
Speaking of walking for parking, I spent like half hour driving around in circles last night. I ain't going to no more clash where I gotta look for parking. That's just rule. That's just a new rule.
Yeah, I was gonna Uber the thing and then go home with the train, but the problem was the next train leaving out of Newark was gonna be 7 o'clock, and the dance ended at 4, so I wasn't gonna stay 3 hours in Newark.
Well, I'm glad my people came through for me because I might have been on that train with you because I was literally about to rent a car to drive to Newark to see his dance, and somebody called me and tell me things sat out, so I didn't have to because the Uber prices are going up.
Yeah, I was there at 9 o'clock, and I found, and I was walking around the neighborhood. I got some exercise. I did some sightseeing of Newark. So
you're Mark, you're playing with your life.
I guess I don't know. There was really nobody out there.
It's COVID. We all in the class. We all play with our life.
Yeah, that is true. But one thing that I rate about Clash is that we war in peace. If that makes sense.
I love it. Yo. Let me tell you something. The John Crow and Me came out last night. The John Crow and Me came out last night, man. I don't have much to say, Mark. I had some questions. I ain't gonna ask you nothing. I didn't write nothing. This has been so much fun.
Did you catch the combo that Soul Supreme played? It was the Jacure, Barris, and Chronix.
I'm sorry, say it again.
It was the combo. It was Jacure, Chronix, and Barris. The Jacure part totally was getting booed. I don't think
like it should. It should get booed. Jacure should get booed. Every Jacure. And I don't know why Jace hasn't got this message. Because he did it in the clash against in Florida. He played the Jacure. And I'm like, Jacure's getting booed. And then I see him online when he juggles. He's still playing that Jacure. And somebody said that Soul Supreme is a P. I don't know if I should say Soul Supreme, but right now they look like they're playing a playlist. And then if that's what they're doing, they need to delete that Jacure.
I think all sounds are not really playing Jacure, but it doesn't go that way all the time. People will play what they feel like they want to play sometimes.
He got boo. And every time I get one, I'm going to boo. So if they're getting boo, and he got a big boo last night, I gave him a big one, and that's my boy, because I love Soul Supreme, but I'm not going to endorse the BS.
Yeah, and I was glad that the dance went to tune and nobody, walked out before the results were declared.
Oh yeah.
The dance was tied.
You know what? I thought
until the tune for tune. Soul Supreme had the momentum.
Okay, let's go. Time out. The second round, Camouflage won the second, right?
Yeah, they were up 2-1. Yeah.
When they won the second, and they won the third.
The third was third, second and third round. Camouflage won that round.
And the fourth and Truth and Tune.
The fourth was Soul Supreme by a landslide, and then the Tune.
4-0.
So the dance was 2-2, and then the Tune for Tune decided the result of the dance.
Effie from the UK. Effie from the UK said earlier in the day, she was pulling for Camouflage, and she's like, the tables could turn. And I said, the tables don't turn on champions, and Jake proved that last night. Tables don't turn on champions, and he saved his life, and he really, was too close. Mark, say what you want to say. I'm getting off this because I got my laundry to go pick up.
I want to say keep continuing to support Sound Clash, and do remember, what is this? April 16th. It's Blunt Posse versus King Animosity, and the next week, April 23rd at Amazura, it's King Addies versus Stereo 5. Please support Sound Clash, please.
Speaking of Stereo 5, we got World Clash coming up May 1st. Stereo 5 in the UK. Are you going to World Clash? What's going on for World Clash?
I really wish. I'm not getting the time.
That sounds like a no, Mark. That sounds like a no.
No, it's a no. It's a no. I can't make it this
I
work.
understand. I understand. I
I
understand.
really would like to, because I went to the first Irish and Chin World Clash in 1998 was Jaro, Coxon, and Downbeat, and Jaro won that dance. So I really wanted to go to the
The
last one.
last.
Clashes in the UK I've gone to. It's a different experience. Very experienced crowd, very knowledgeable crowd when it comes to music. Some real, they really love the belly tunes in England. So I have two sounds that you have to watch out for is Observer and Stereo 5. And also the African dynamic. That guy knows how to entertain a crowd. He can entertain. He's no no. He
He can
puts some.
talk. He can talk. He can talk. He can talk.
He meant these rhythms that he voices on, and he's just got some charisma about him. So
He
he's
can talk.
definitely the three
He has a
sounds
story.
that
He has a
are
story to tell. He has a story to tell. A very good
yeah.
story. He has a very good
But
story to tell.
for me, box for box, if I had to go pound for pound, I want to hear Stereo 5 and Observer, Morning Ride.
And you talk about Duff It Up.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because they have some artists that not a lot of sounds can play.
This is Observer.
Yes, Observers is not
I
no,
know.
just reach. They've been around for a long time.
True. Stereo is busy. Speedy's busy. I'm a big Speedy fan.
Yeah.
Speedy's been on the road. He's been Japan with the big boys. And Speedy. So speaking of big boys, Speedy's supposed to clash. Zebulon Foundation Sound from the Netherlands, Holland.
Oh wow,
In
that's a
Italy.
heavy. Because I know Zebulon personally. Gone to Amsterdam, and that sound is
Heavy.
like heavy. They're like downbeat of of Europe.
Heavy.
You got to hear their tunes, man. It's
Heavy.
that's not an easy dance.
It's not these days. Okay,
Yeah,
let me ask you
I'm.
this question. UK, all that stuff. I'm gonna ask you this one last question about the Soul Supreme camouflage dance, and I'm getting off this. Did you see any biases or felt any biases in that clash last night?
Bias? No. I didn't really see any biasness. I mean, people brought their fans. I thought the dance was judged fairly.
I agree. Let me say this. I think Jake's got maybe one or two bias boo, but the rest he deserved. He earned the rest of them. But I think he got one or
Well,
definitely two, at least two bias boo that I could say, okay, those are
well,
haters.
what I will say about this is I believe that these sounds like Soul Supreme LP and King Addies, they are held to a higher standard. That if they don't connect with people, it works against them because people expect better from them. Like, yo, this is a big sound. Like, yo, y'all play like this. Like, no, sir, no, sir. And it sort of works against them at certain times. Yeah, the other
Rightfully
sound
so.
I've seen that
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
happen. Yeah,
Rightfully so.
rightfully so. Soul Supreme is held to a higher standard,
Mama
and
Sally,
Camouflage
yo,
big them
listen,
up.
that's Mama Sally pudding. Do not mess with Mama Sally pudding. And last night,
Yeah, well, yeah, the pudding was strong last night.
it looked
Um,
for a while like the sporting almost got spoiled last night, and Mama Sally
but
might end
big
up
up
crying.
Camouflage. I go to Camouflage dances on the regular when they clash. I've never been disappointed. I knew that they would be prepared, and they almost pulled out the upset.
Close. Mark,
Yeah.
ruined.
Um,
And we'll link up, bro. We'll link up. Yeah, so we'll link up. I'll definitely be in. Everything goes well. I'll be, um, Blonde Posse, Animosity. I hope
Oh
I'm in
yeah,
the city and wherever
that's
in the
another
world I
one.
am, I have to see that. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to be back in my Janko corner because I like my Janko
Bloom
corner.
Posse King Animosity is going to be a high level type of dance as far as energy, new tunes.
Mark, save
Bloom
your
Posse
money.
will.
In the belly of 2020 second.
Yeah.
Stonewall, So Supreme, Jake better start hitting the gym and start getting that, you remember New Jack City?
Yeah.
Listen. Remember New Jack City? Remember what
Nino
Ice-T did?
Brown.
Remember what Nino did to, no, Ice-T, the cop. Ice-T.
Oh, okay.
Remember what Ice-T did to Chris Rock character?
Pookie. Oh yeah, about on the treadmill and rehabilitated him. Yeah, yeah.
for Antigua.
Okay. Well, you know something.
I gotta go.
You gotta go. Okay. All right, bro. So you should leave.
I don't want to get in too much trouble over here.
Okay. Bless up.
Respect every time.
Let's go! Antigua Fully Loaded is here. This year we're celebrating Antigua Sound Talk first anniversary. Mad! The thing get mad now. Sunday, May 1st. One stage, 14 sound, 5 artists, and a bag of vibes. Featuring Rupture, Predator Sound, Landmine, Exorcist International, Real Steel, Ghetto Rock, Stonewall International, Cannabis Town, King Shiloh, Sunshine Movement, Shasha Marnie International, King Altitude, Everclear Sound, and for the very first time in Antigua, all the way from New York, the Big Apple, LP International. LP Comfy Ram Dancer. Live performances by Shatakim, Bazakid, Treebush, Frankie Fire, and Young Clip. It's all going down Barefoot Beach Bar, Sunday, May 1st, 3 p.m. until admission $20. It's the Antigua Sound Talk first anniversary. Fully loaded. Mad. Sponsored by Magnum, Stonewall, Theoretic Lightning, Jump FM, Hot Dog Thursday, DJ Bites, Avalanche Promotion, Perfect Chef Catering, Had Studio.
Them lead them head, you know. From them least them dead, you know. Shallow grave in your yard or burial.